We've got to be grateful for life. We've got to be grateful that we're living to see this new day. Starting off this brand new morning here with us on Top of the Bridge Up and Go. My name is Richie B.
Yours truly, DJ Audley in the building.
All right, it's 13 now past the hour of 6 o'clock. Yes, we are indeed grateful to the Almighty for spared lives, giving us a chance to spend another 4 hours with you this morning from now until 10 o'clock. As we like to say, what you want is what you get, and what you get is more than you bargained for. Yeah, 99 on the FM band. We're streaming as well at www.thebridge99fm.com. Middle of the week, hump day they call it, and there's a lot to celebrate right now in a place called Maryland in the United States of America. The votes are in, and there is a Jamaican and another Jamaican who are holding high office. Big celebration going on in that vicinity. Governor and mayor. Wow. Jamaican. Yeah. More on that as we progress in time. They are counting the ballots. What will it look like at the end? And will it be accepted? Did you hear that a former president of the United States is literally saying to someone who won yesterday, do not contemplate running for president. And if you do, even although you are a Republican, I will divulge some facts about you that are not going to be too palatable. Wow. Can you imagine? Yeah. You know which former president said.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Mr. DeSantis in Florida is going to do about that, but there's a lot to look forward to. Keep it locked. What you want is what you get. Right now we say we're grateful. So here we go. Bridge Nation locked in Jamaica and around the world. It's time now for WTF. What the fact? So here's an interesting one. Mm-hmm. You love carrots? Anyone love carrots?
They are, right?
Yeah? Okay, yeah. Cool. Well, if you love carrots, don't eat too many.
I knew it.
Because if you do, you could turn orange.
See that? See that?
This is a fact. Now, here it is. The surprising fact is that eating too many carrots or other foods high in beta-carotene can cause a yellowish discoloration of the skin. And that is according to the dermatology clinic at UAMS.
Okay.
Which one that now? University. I don't know which one that, but it's UAMS. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this discoloration, a condition called carotenemia, is most noticeable on the palms and the soles of your feet.
Yeah.
So that is a fact. You eat too much carrot, you're gonna look orange in color. Anyone here knew that?
Well,
yeah, I knew it.
Okay.
No, I didn't. But this information is going out to some people right now. I know they're gonna be very interested in this. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go any further with that. Right.
But how much carrot then? Like
that came out from the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, UAMS.
They got themselves. But how much carrot then? Well, that would be a lot of carrots.
Yeah.
Right?
I like to drink the carrot juice.
I wonder if that can cause it too.
I wonder, no, seriously.
I got one jug.
You really believe that?
But you know what I do? Listen. In all honesty, I actually prefer, and most times when it's served at home, we actually have we put a beetroot.
That's serious.
Yeah, so one beet and all, half dozen carrot in and everything red. Yeah. So the carrot can't catch me.
No.
can't turn me into orange, Richard.
Hey, Chef.
I wonder if the beet will
that's
make,
the next thing.
Make you get red.
No, me I pre every food now. I pre every food of color. Like what is?
We need to get back to the University of Arkansas and find out what go on for the beet.
You definitely have to be consuming a lot of,
and then say Christmas
listen,
of forward with the sorrel.
Joe, gosh.
Cheese and peas. The next thing.
Pass out a roll and every and say, yo, red.
Yeah.
What go on, red? You think Flow 98, 7 people here.
Hold on, no. When you mix orange with red, what color you get?
See that?
I don't know.
You come right back down to something that orange look, you know.
Where's the purple?
All right, well, that's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Although we might make fun of it, the fact is that if you actually eat too many carrots, you could turn orange.
See that?
Not the fruit, in color.
Everybody up.
So here's what we're going to do.
Yeah, get them out.
Thank you, Massacre. Right now it's time for updates, stories that are out there in the space. We give you the latest that we have on them. Sometimes they're new stories that you're hearing for the first time. I want to start off by congratulating dancehall artist by the name of Baby Tash. Now, Baby Tash, many of you will recall, she was one of the contestants in the Magnum, Kings and Queens of Dancehall, right?
Right.
Yeah, and she made a name for herself in that competition. Well, she was one of more than 4,000 students from the class of 2022 who was conferred with degrees and diplomas and certificates by the University of the West Indies, UWI Mona, last week. Her correct name is Tashawn Williams, and she was raised in Dallas Lane in that area in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. She's a single parent, from a single parent home with her two sisters. Her mother and grandmother would instill in her life lessons on becoming the strong woman she is meant to be, she said recently. And she graduated, of course, from the university with a degree. The degree was awarded from February, but to participate in the graduation ceremony, she was there, of course, on was it Saturday, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so we say congratulations to her and well done. Baby Tash.
Well done, baby Tash.
Yeah, it's a good look. Yeah, man, definitely.
All right, Richie. So from here, I said, you know what time it is. Easy me. Easy. So here we're going. So Skilly Bang is to be featured on Busta Rhymes' upcoming EP that's titled The Fuse is Lit. Now, the dancehall DJ Skilly Bang has landed a spot on Busta Rhymes' forthcoming EP, slated to drop on Friday. Now, the collaboration titled Bulletproof Skin is also produced by Russian, this is very interesting, and Kosa. Fans can probably expect that quick rhyming skills from Skilly and Busta that's similar to that of Bounty Killer's classic diss track of the same name. Now, Busta unveiled his EP and in an Instagram post on Monday, and he, spoke about some other songs. The announcement, of course, comes mere days after it was announced that Skilly, along with Shenseea, will be a part of Wizkid's new album, which is titled More Love, Less Ego, which is also set to drop this Friday. So we have to big up Russian as well, who was also recently credited as producer on It's True, which is featured on Skeng's new EP with Shenseea. And you know that Russian is a in-demand producer right now with that big track Nostalgico, which featured the American singer Chris Brown and Puerto Rican rapper Raul Alejandro, which was certified 5 times Latin multi-platinum in the United States March 2nd of this year. So a lot of big names, Richie.
Without a doubt.
Once Russian touch it, survive.
Yeah, man, trust me. There's a lot of speculation as to what Chris Brown and Shenseea were in deep discussions about recently.
I never saw the pictures and stuff. I never saw it. I heard though.
There's actually a video.
See it there?
Yeah, man. And a little piece of Shensea's voice is in it also. But they were in very deep discussion. And that was at P. Diddy's birthday bash recently. And so there's a lot of speculation that it is quite likely that Shenseea and Chris Brown might very well be doing a song together soon.
Network. So
let's see what happens.
Yeah.
There's a song that I remember the first time when we heard it was when I heard it was when Robo Ranks played it from the UK during the UK Connection one morning. And mentioned the fact that it was like the biggest thing in the UK at the time. Well, this same song called Last Last by none other than Nigerian singer Burna Boy has now been certified gold in the United States of America. That means it has sold over 500,000 copies. And it has also gone gold and platinum in other countries. It was released in May of 2022 and later appeared on Burna's 6th studio album, Love Damini. According to the Recording Industry Association of America, the RIAA, Last Last was certified gold, yes, in fact, on the 7th of November, and it reached sales and streaming equivalent of 500,000 units in the United States. The song also received a platinum certification from Music Canada on the 7th of November after it reached the sales and streaming equivalent of 80,000 units sold in Canada. So they obviously have a much smaller number for you to get to platinum. 80,000 copies does it. It was certified gold in the UK for sales sales and streaming exceeding 400,000 units. So in the UK, you go gold when you sell 400,000 units, and that was from back in September of this year. So all in all, Last is doing well all around the world, and Burna Boy is definitely the recipient of all the goods that come with that.
There you go.
All right, so that's it for
Update.
As usual, if you listen to us over a period of time, you would know by now that we have 2 back-to-back features at this time. We've got the proverb of the day and also our pet peeve of the morning. Which one I got?
All right, so let's do that proverb of the day. So, you don't want to marriage on a food truck.
Marriage on a food truck.
What? What am I trying
So
to say?
if them say a marriage is like a truck, no food, no day.
I try to find the you know what the characteristics of a food truck.
Food truck.
That means that enough people own it.
Yeah. And them a feed people and
Okay.
and feed a family or families.
Come here, see this. I say you don't make too much people running by your marriage. That's what me that say.
Oh,
You get me? That's what me I say from it.
May I consider the meaning?
Yeah.
The meaning actually is, official meaning, do not rush into a marriage or any intimate relationship for that matter, but wait until the time is right. Because if you're expecting that by rushing into a marriage it's going to be like a food truck where food are on the day in, day out, you might end up dead hungry.
True.
I guess.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
Yeah. So marriage on a food truck.
Facts.
And that means do not rush into a marriage or any intimate relationship, but wait until the time is right.
That is it. Yeah, that
Because
was
it might just fall below your expectations.
Facts.
I can tell.
Yeah, that.
All right, that was the proverb of the day. And now to Shells' pet peeve.
Yeah, we're going to Bridge Nation. If you're not
Straight by
familiar, if you're not familiar with what pet peeves are, these are things that people do that you may find annoying, irritating, or even frustrating. You know the thing on today's pet peeve, as Richie said, am I one? You see me? All right, so you don't know, for people with cell phones, which I'm guessing is everybody, you know the thing, Richie, when you go sub and you make a call,
Yeah.
and then I call her Marva, that voice. You know, the person who say you don't have no credit and them thing there.
Yeah, well
But Marva is not a part of my pet peeve.
Okay.
You see that vibe where she come in when she tell you say your credit so expire. Me not like it. Me not like it, Richie.
Nobody does.
It just like, especially if you have a phone on speaker and you move bossy with it too. You get some dialogue bossy. The time you've been given to use your call credit was so expired. Like, come on, just give him a call. Like me, isn't it like you got expire my thing? Like, come on. You know, so that's a pet peeve right now. I know enough people.
Come on, Marva. Do better
Marva,
than
my
that.
caller. Yeah, and not to mention when she just jump in and talk about your credit done. No, I like it. So Marva. Yeah.
Maybe Marva is saying, so why don't you do postpaid?
You know, say that has been a very popular discussion. Enough people say, why am I just do that?
Yeah.
But maybe we just like Marva. Maybe we just like the trauma from Marva.
I don't know what they call her, but there's another lady who annoys people, and that is when you have the GPS and they're sending, she's sending you in all kinds of different directions. I'm gonna get a whole heap of cussing for that. But Marva, you need to behave yourself.
Yeah, that expired credit thing. When I like it.
Yeah. So usually when you hear her voice, because I'm postpaid, so when you hear her voice, generally what?
So two reasons.
Yeah.
2 reasons you hear it. When your credit done,
You're right.
you have 1 minute or 3. You have 1 minute remaining. So Marva does step on top of things. She work hard. So you have 1 minute remaining. Your credit done. Or the new one when we know about me enough people when them say your credit, the time given to use your card credit will so expire. I never see that on the card when I buy it. Is it? You go where you see when they get the credit and like on the ticket or the card it say, yo, it's gonna expire this time. Oh, Marva no say it extra. It's a planting, Marva. It's a planting.
So I'm just imagining Marva, you hear the message and the person you're talking to don't hear the message and them a go at it, and I tell you a bag of things and then you try to say to them, yo,
1 minute, 1 minute.
Jano.
Yeah, big up Marva.
Yeah, that would upset anybody.
Yeah, man.
Is there anyone out there, any member of the Bridge Nation that also feels the same way about, shall we call her Marva? There are 2 beautiful ladies that we'll be talking with in this interview segment, and we should tell you that the World Health Organization, WHO, states there are over 50 million people living with epilepsy globally. November, by the way, is National Epilepsy Awareness Month, Neem, I suspect you call that. And this year, the theme is There is no Neem without me. Epilepsy is a chronic, non-communicable disease of the brain. It is identified by recurrent seizures, which are brief incidents of involuntary movement that may involve a part of the body, referred to as partial, or the entire body, which is referred to as generalized. The seizures are sometimes accompanied by loss of consciousness. And this morning we wanted to get some more information out to the public about the association, what they've been doing, and so on. And so we're joined by Mrs. Joy McHugh, the Executive Director for the Jamaica Epilepsy Association. And also as one of our guests is Gail Simpson, a volunteer and member of the Jamaica Epilepsy Association. To both of these wonderful ladies, we say good morning and welcome to Top of the Bridge Up and Go. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us.
Our pleasure.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, wonderful having you both. Thank you. Let me start with you, Mrs. McHugh. What can you tell us about the JEA, and that's the Jamaica Epilepsy Association, some of the activities that you get up to? Give us some more deets on it, please.
Sure. The Jamaican Epilepsy Association was started in 2002 by Nora Perez. It is an association not only for persons with epilepsy, but for their caregivers, family, friends, and it is no cost to be a member of this association. We actually do information on epilepsy in Jamaica mostly, and we are not the medical arm, we are the social arm. So we share with persons information that would be like, for example, if you're cooking, cook on the back burners of the stove, not on the front burners. So if you should have a seizure and should fall, you wouldn't fall in the fire.
Yes, yes.
When you're taking a shower at home, please bathe with the door open so other persons in the household can know if you have a fall in the water. Most likely the epilepsy will not kill you, but of course you can drown. So you should never, ever swim alone.
Interesting. So you place a lot of emphasis on awareness and imparting information. Do you have regular meetings and do you do fundraisers and stuff like that?
Well, yes. Before COVID, before the pandemic, we used to have a walk and talk in the park at Emancipation Park. But of course, due to the pandemic, we have not been having that sort of activity. However, every third Tuesday of the month, we do have members meetings.
Okay.
But that is a safe place for persons with epilepsy. But this Tuesday, the 15th of November, Gail will tell you more about it because yes, it is her idea. It is so wonderful. We are having a forum. But I do want to share with you, if you should see someone having a seizure, what should you do?
Tell us.
First of all, you cushion the head. Make something for their head so they won't hurt themselves. If you don't have a cushion, you can take a backpack, a jacket, and make a little cushion. Loosen all their neckwear, loosen their tie, jewelry, and the most important thing, turn them.
Sorry, I think she said something important and she was cut out a while ago. I'd love to hear that. We lost her. Not hearing Mrs. McHugh for a moment. Mrs. McHugh, we're trying to ensure that we hear what you say.
Do not try to hold the person down. Just basically leave them alone. A seizure is something similar to sneezing. You cannot stop a sneeze. You cannot stop hiccup. You cannot stop a seizure. And a seizure is the same thing in Jamaica as fits. A lot of people talk about fits. That is a seizure. And a seizure can happen to anyone, anytime, anywhere, and it can start anytime in your life, and it can stop anytime in your life.
Okay. All right, so I'd like to bring in Gail into the conversation. Hi, good morning, Gail. Why did you decide to become a volunteer at the JEA?
Hi, good morning. I decided to become a member of the JA right after I was chosen a part of this forum, this Epilepsy International Forum that I was a part of in DC, and I saw that the JA needed some strength. There were members there that needed to speak out a little because, with epilepsy, we do not, we're afraid to speak out. So with that, I said, okay, then I was encouraged by that to become a member to see if I could help outreach to persons on my behalf.
Okay, understood.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds as if you have been affected by epilepsy yourself, Gail.
Yes, I am. I do have epilepsy.
And what has that journey been like so far?
It has affected me negatively.
But you're staying positive.
Yeah, man, which is right.
Yes.
Yes, with God in a picture, I am being positive.
All
I
right.
love that.
Mrs. McHugh, are you still there?
I am, yes.
I just wanted to see if you could remember, because you were going on to a very important point earlier. I think it's the first thing you said that we should not do if somebody was having a seizure, but you got cut out. Was it that you were saying you should not turn the person over, or what?
No, you should not have the person flat on their back, because what can happen is the tongue can roll back and stop the air passage. Then they will suffocate. What you do need to do is turn them on the side. That is the most important thing.
Yes.
Turn the person on the side. That way the tongue will fall to the side.
Yes.
And any body fluids would leak to the side. Now, persons cannot swallow your tongue. It is physically impossible to swallow your tongue. Yes, persons could bite their tongue and it could bleed, but the tongue will heal. So the important thing is turn the person on the side. You must stay calm. If a crowd should gather, tell them to stand back so the person having a seizure can get some fresh air.
Okay.
And exactly. And you are to do nothing. Do not hold the person down. Do not put anything in their mouth. You're not helping. You may break their teeth or something like that. Simply turn them on the side and leave them alone.
Would you say that the frequency and duration of each seizure varies from person to person?
Yes, that is correct. And it also depends where the seizure starts in the brain. But I will let you know that a seizure does not last more than 2 to 3 minutes. So for you looking on, it may look like 5 or 10 minutes, but it's really only 2 to 3 minutes. Now, if it does last 5 minutes or more, please take that person straight to the hospital. Do not even stop at a doctor's office. Straight to the hospital.
Thank you for that. What can you tell us about the activities that are scheduled for this month, which is Epilepsy Awareness Month?
We are having a forum on the Tuesday, the 15th of November, and I would love Gail to tell you about that because it is her idea. It will be the second one we're having. We had one last year. It was such a success. So this year we've opened it up through the International Bureau of Epilepsy with headquarters in Ireland, where we have invited over 44 countries throughout the world. Yes, Jamaica. We are the only such association in the English-speaking Caribbean, and we are a full member of the International Board of Epilepsy. Gail, over to you.
Yes, so this will be our third our third epilepsy forum. It's about continuing the topic will be continuing conversation balancing it all. I was inspired by my sister-in-law who um who had church forums, basically youth forums rather, and I brought it to Mrs. McHugh attention and saying that being that persons who have epilepsy or members at the association who doesn't feel scared or intimidated in speaking out, you can create a safe space for them to speak out.
Yes.
And with that, she agreed on it. And so we can, bring others from different countries and, have them be a part of the forum. Because with that, I said, okay, put the ideas together and make it even a part of the forum, the epilepsy forum that I went to in DC.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, it became, it was good, and so it continues.
Okay.
So it's now a worldwide event
Yes.
put on by the Jamaican Epilepsy Association.
Fantastic.
I thank Gail for that idea.
Yeah, and that is a big
Give
one
thanks.
on the agenda for this month. Mrs. McHugh, somebody's writing in as we speak, and this listener says, I only have my seizures now at nights when I'm sleeping, and my doctors are saying that is the worst one. Any comment?
I don't know about worst, but trust me, they're all terrible. But yes, the thing is with epilepsy, you need to know your triggers. Most persons have a trigger, whether it is when they eat something, some people it's cheese, some people it's chocolate. But most persons have a trigger. And others, before you have a seizure, you have an aura. Whether you feel something, or your tongue gets heavy, or some little aura. Mm-hmm. Now, this person you're speaking with, she has hers at night. So she's probably at home in her bed, which is a good thing. But it is important to put yourself in a safe position. You don't want to fall. So if you're standing and you feel like you're having a seizure, just sit on the floor so you can't even fall off a chair. Mm-hmm. So know yourself.
Yeah.
Know your triggers. Know your auras. Yeah. You know that fluorescent light bulb that flashes if the that little silver circuit battery, whatever it's called, if that light is triggering and it's flashing, that is enough to cause a seizure for some persons. And again, know yourself. One lady told me that when she gets her trigger and she knows something is going to, sometimes it takes her a day, sometimes some people immediately. Mm-hmm. So know yourself, know your medication, and take your medication on time as prescribed by your doctor, because you can be seizure-free with medication.
All right. Mrs. Joel McHugh, Executive Director of the Jamaica Epilepsy Association, and of course Gail Simpson, a volunteer and member of the Jamaica Epilepsy Association. We'd like to thank you both for the information you shared this morning. Yeah. We actually extended the segment just to be able to get as much information out there to the public as possible. I want to thank you. Anything you want to say in closing? Any reminders for the public?
Well, thank you very much for having us to share this awareness on epilepsy. And I would like to tell the school community that we do free of charge Zoom meeting epilepsy awareness, recognition, and first aid available to all schools throughout Jamaica. And it is free of charge. Give me a call on WhatsApp, send a message. The number is 876-997-4941, and we will make arrangements and we will do training at your school. Thanks again. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, ladies. Have a great day yourselves. We have a situation in Montego Bay, Shells, oddly, where there's a simulation exercise going on, and it is likely to be impacting traffic down there. We actually have one of our members of our Bridge Nation who has actually been a participant in one of these simulation exercises where, you know, the Sangster International Airport, they create a scene like an accident or maybe a hijack.
Okay.
And then they see how well they can respond under those circumstances. The emergency vehicles are activated and all of that. So Ronald is joining us right now. Ronald, morning. How are you doing today?
Hey, morning, Richie. Morning to your listeners as well. How you doing?
Not too bad at all, my brother. Normally you're giving us updates on traffic, but this morning I wanted to spend a little time talking about what is likely to be the scenario on a day like this when the Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay is carrying out what is billed as a full-scale emergency exercise. I understand in this instance they are simulating an aircraft that might have crashed over water. What is the likely scenario? What will happen on a day like this, Ronald, from your perspective?
All right, Richie. So let me bring your listeners up to, you know, why this has to happen. Biannually, as a part of the ICAO, International Civil Aviation Organization, requirement is that for every 2 years, you have a simulation exercise. It might be like the one we're having this time, or maybe in-house. It might be a bomb planted in the airport. So that is a different operation altogether. But this one is a full scale. So an aircraft is coming and developing mechanical difficulty or whatever it might be. Maybe something explode on board or they want to land. But they have to now land over water.
Okay.
So what will happen is that all the emergency services will have to now get on their peak. From the start, when the captain calls into operation and tells you, as an operations agent, you're going to start to take records from the minute he calls and whatever is going to happen. Once the aircraft comes and lands, all the emergency, from fire, EMT, everybody gets on once it is safe to do so. And then you do the initial assessment, and then you start dispatching, because all these information has to be recorded, because you need to have an idea how long it takes to get the injured from point A to point B, and how long it takes to get the whole situation under control, because the time measurement is important, and that is what the ICAO used to grade airports, wherever they are, so that at least how you deal with your emergencies.
Okay. So in this instance, the incident that is being created would have happened, I understand, in the proximity of the airport near White House. And yes. So that is going to, of course, impact traffic in the flankers vicinity, going towards the roundabout and on to the hospital and so on, eh?
That is so correct, Richie. And as a result of that, as I said, these emergency vehicles are going to have to go through the traffic, because you need to assess how quickly you are able to get through the traffic scenario to get through to the hospital, so that you can get these people the requisite treatment. So they'll have to go through the traffic. So the traffic is going to be impacted. And one of the things that I've noticed with a lot of our people, Richard, that like to drive behind emergency vehicles. And it is very, very important that if you're listening to me, that when these vehicles are coming, you need to move over and give them access, because this thing depends. It affects how our airport is looked at, and how our emergency services are able to respond. So the traffic is going to be affected, and the good thing is that these things happen between 7 and 9 a.m. this morning. So after that, everything should go back to normal.
Okay. Now, Ronnie, my question is, is just about public knowledge. Is this available? Is this knowledge available to the public? Because for me personally, the first time I hear about this, to be honest. And so
man.
Yeah.
I tell you, with the onset of social media now, then more people are aware. But generally, for us who are always at the airport, where I worked 20 years, for us who are always at the airport, we knew when this exercise is coming. But with social media now, a lot more people are being made aware of what is happening.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And to be fair, Shells, it has been published.
Okay.
Yeah, it might have missed you, but it was published a few days ago.
Okay.
In fact, when I saw the prompt this morning, I was saying, "Oh, today it happened."
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's between 7 o'clock and 9, so you can well imagine that even now it is still problematic for some persons in traffic. I assume also that we'd also want to see how the hospital is able to cope under these circumstances. Ronald?
Right, Richie, and that is why I said the EMTs on location will have to assess to determine what needs to go to the hospital, because you're not going to send everything to the hospital to help overcrowd the whole situation, considering that the hospital is already dealing with local emergencies. So hence the EMT and will have to assess what needs to go out and how quick they make the decision from here to decide who will go and how quickly you go. You go direct or whatever. You stop to the nearest clinic or something that can assist you otherwise. But generally, it is that most people who are critically ill or severely hurt are dispatched to the hospital and they need to get there. And as I said, when you get to the hospital, the time is recorded, because you record the time when you leave the airport.
Yeah.
You get the time when you reach the hospital, and then that unit comes back, and then you know then when you have the debrief at the end of the day, you can assess how effective was it.
Yeah. It's a very, very important exercise, much bigger, larger in scale than like a fire drill or something like that. This is emergency situation being conducted, a simulation exercise. What would you say to motorists in the vicinity of Montego Bay, flankers going towards the airport, top road, bottom road? What do you want to say to them this morning as they might be experiencing some of these situations right now?
I want to just let them know that, initially we know that once you're driving and there's an emergency vehicle coming, you give it some access way. Today, you're going to find that more emergency vehicles are coming, and I just want the motorists to stay calm, because sometimes they might be a little bit late. But let us understand what it is that we are trying to accomplish. We want Jamaica and the tourism product to be much better, and the airports and everything to be at tip-top shape. So let us all work together. When the emergency vehicles are coming, give them some way, allow them to go, and then you'll get on your way. It's only probably 2 minutes until they're parked.
There you go.
Let's be calm, take it easy, and
be safe. And be safe. All right, Ronald, thank you so very much, man. You have a safe and productive day yourself. All the best to you, all right?
Respect, Ronald.
Thank you so much, Richie, and to your listeners, man. I just want to remind them that any day without a headstone is a milestone. So we just keep giving thanks and live one day at a time.
Wicked. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Take care, bro. All the best to you. All right, that's Ronald down there in Montego Bay. And for the listeners in Mobay right now, we hope that it's not too much inconvenience that you're suffering. But please understand it's a very necessary activity. So work with it. All right? We have a very special guest in the person of Demarco, who has recently come out strongly and made some bold statements. He has vowed to stop singing gun songs. He's a DJ, he's a producer, some call him a sing-jay, definitely one of the most talented that we have here in Jamaica. And he said that he supports the Broadcasting Commission, which in October banned the playing of scamming and molly and gun touting music on the airwaves. This morning, he's our very special guest. Good morning and welcome. Demarco, how you doing?
Greetings, General.
Morning, sir. All is well?
Yes, man. God is great.
All the time.
All the time?
All the time.
God is great.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you should have heard us a while ago, Demarco, and we were trying to see if we could make an impression so that the next time you go into the recording studio, whether it be background vocals work or something, myself and Shells would qualify.
Yeah,
but I don't know if you were hearing us, first of all.
No.
Jano.
Let me hear go out again.
All right, we're going to a rerun. We're actually harmonizing to "We Love My Life." You know what I mean? So Next time you go into the recording studio, man, just call us up and we
Yeah,
can add some vocals.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like an internship.
All right, yeah, man. See there.
It is always a pleasure having you on the program, DeMarco. We rate you highly, and you have come out recently with some statements that we fully agree with and endorse. As a dancehall artist, if we can call you that, why have you suddenly vowed not to go the route of including gun-touting lyrics and so on in the songs that you're either recording or producing yourself?
It need to stop, man, because here we go on. It just gonna be a never-ending cycle. You understand? And enough people would have said, well, yo, look how much years you there do it, and them thing there. But now a time for change. Me want to stop because me no want the younger you. Now me get older, me I say, yo, what kind of foolishness me there do? But me no want the younger youth them reach till get older then, and I say, yo, what kind of foolishness me there do? Then the other younger youth them keep on and say, what kind of foolishness me there do when them get older? It need to stop. You understand? It just gonna be a never-ending cycle if we keep on and do them thing there. And I don't want to do no more music or support killing my black brother then. You understand? It don't make no sense.
None.
Foolishness.
Yeah, man.
You see me, I admit that I was wrong. All these years I sing them type of song then. And I want to move forward and be more positive. Understand?
Respect.
You're always going to find those naysayers out there, DeMarco, who will say, yeah, he can say that now. He made X amount of money off of the tunes already.
Exactly.
And I'm just coming into the game and I'm making some money more and stop my food. What do you say to those who think like that?
And when me that say to those who think like that, go up on Spotify and pull up Shaggy, pull up Sean Paul, pull up all of the big artists them and look on the top of them Spotify and see what type of song is the most played and make the most money. It's not violence music. It's not violence music. It's happy music. I talk about women, I talk about love, I talk about all of these things. It's not violence. You see me? So that me that tell the younger youth them. You see me? The music where them a sing, it not travel. It's not traveling. It's a whole world out there. It's a whole world out there. I go out there and see it. And what we are do, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I say, I not disrespect the younger youths them because we love the younger artists them. And I don't want to bash them either. I just want, I tell them like, yo, I not support them thing there. I don't know if I stop them thing here because all the people, look on people them are dead. Look how much people are dead at Jamaica. And people always have said, music don't make crime happen. I now say music alone make crime happen in Jamaica, but it influence it. Because if me can sing I Love My Life, and somebody can come to me and cry and bawl and say, yo, this song, it motivate me, it changed my life, yo, it make me feel, anytime I want to feel better, I go to that song there. Yeah. So the same thing, a violent song can affect somebody and change them for do the worst. So I just saw me look on life, brother.
Yeah.
Respect, man, respect. Now, DeMarco, greetings once again. Shell's here. Now, from a taller time where I watch the career in general, enough respect to all that you've done, including what you're doing right now. Because I personally believe that when it comes to dancehall, I know one type of content there. That's why we culture bad.
Exactly.
So you understand what I mean? So that's why people love a culture. Now, but my question for you in general is, are you hoping that other artists will follow you? Or are you just do your own thing and who want follow suit?
Really hope. That's why I put up the post and say I wish all dancehall artists. Never said, yo, all dancehall artists are supposed to reign. I just wish and I hope said them can looking at themselves and say, yo, say foolishness this me I do. Look me I sing song where I glorify killing my black brother them. And it now go affect you until it reach by your doorstep.
That's right.
That we don't want it reach by your doorstep.
Yeah.
You see me, look what going with the artists them in America. You don't want that reach at Jamaica.
Right.
And that it so reach, that it go reach too. Because man them a try for get more and more graphic to see who can get more graphic pan song and who can this who and then it all start get physical.
Yeah.
And then we don't want artists them are dead like all the artists them are dead in America. No want that.
No, certainly not. You know, as an artist, that you all feed off the energy of your audiences, especially when it comes to live performances. Very often, unfortunately, the songs that glorify gun and badmanism and them type of things are the songs that get the biggest forwards, and artists live for those moments. How difficult is it to move away from that realm where you're getting those huge forwards and finding other topics to sing about? As an artist, is that difficult? Something difficult to do?
No, my boss, let me tell you this. I sing whole heap of gun song. And I swear upon my life, you see, every performance what me ever do, none of them song they're not in my performance. You can say a 2 gun song never sing in my performance is Doping Off for Frighten and Sort Them Out. All of them other songs, I never sing them one time on stage. Never. Cause I'll do me I do them, me there do it because I want to stay stay with the younger youths them and all of them things. But me I looking at myself and I say, you know, I said this wrong. A long time me I said this wrong, I want to stop. All my friends them when I talk to on phone every day, I tell them say, yo, me I stop sing gun song, yo, I want to stop. I always say me I go stop and not stop, and now at the time I just feel like I just want to stop do this. You see me? It's whole heap of topics to sing about.
Shit.
You see me? As I say, go back to the Sean Paul them and the Shaggy them. Look on the stage them where them dep on. A gun song bring them there? No. I mean, see people I get beer forward and I make nice and I go on.
Yeah.
And I cheer and I make bag of nice and phone out and everything. Not gun song.
Yeah, for real. No.
See me have 2 daughters Jamaica, you know, and I don't want and I look at a video where they one of my daughter them I talk about fully dance. No, fully bright. Don't do that.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, Demarco. No, so, we see and understand your stance as an artist. Is it going to be the same stance as a producer?
Of course.
Man.
Why am I go? If me make the stance as an artist, why am I go put out a gun song where from somebody else? I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm not
gonna do that.
I'm not looking at
another thing.
Go ahead.
Another thing, the artists them not forget to blame fully.
That's
the fans. You see the fans, uno have the power. Because if there's no audience for gun killing song, we're not gonna sing them. You understand? So uno have the power. Without the fans them, it couldn't be no Demarco, you know. It could have been no artists out there, you know. Are the fans them elect we make a boss. So if Uno looking on himself and say, yo, this we can't deal with this no more, because I know enough of Uno out there. Have family and friends where fall victim to gun violence. We don't for stop it, say, well, we don't want it no more. And I bet you every artist stop. Look when one drop there run the place. Look when one drop there run the place. Me say artists will never sing one drop in their life. I forgot on one drop with him and sing go good stuff. And sing about upliftment and them thing there.
Yeah.
You see me? You hear Bounty Killer, my eyes can see more clear. I sing film. You see me? Elephant Man, they on one drop rhythm. Everybody.
Yeah.
You understand? So we need to clean up the music, man.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I'm not looking at your statement in its entirety, but did you say you're pausing or you're stopping as far as that is concerned? It's not a pause.
But I will never sing another gun song.
Hear you loud and clear.
Respect, man. Respect.
The Grammys are around the corner. You have a wicked album. We have been giving it a lot of support. We are confident that this is one of the big albums of our time. How confident are you? How well is it doing? Are you in the shortlist for the Grammys?
I don't know if I'm in the shortlist, but the album is doing very good. I no gun song on the album.
Melody.
No gun song on the album.
Melody.
It's all about love and it's life and
Yeah.
one bag of good stuff. You understand? So it's whole heap of things we sing about.
Yeah.
We don't have to sing about killing. And we can sing about it and still have style and still have the lyrics, the metaphors them and the double rhyme them and all of them things. They come have whole heap of them type of song there too. You see me? I know enough artists that they say, yo, Jano, Demarco, some of which you dog, but yo, about 100 songs me have load up to put out, Me too, but me put them, me stop them. All of them I get erased or them I get do over. I make my skill enough to flip the song them and turn them in a positive way.
Great.
That me I do a couple of them right now.
Yeah,
That's
man.
right.
All right, because I was about to ask you, what since you've made this statement, what has the response been like from your colleagues? Like, I mean,
Boy, I met a couple of people at ball because some people will be able to do a feature with. They say, yo, Marco, what is? No, my brother, I forgot. It can't come out. Me could do one different song, uplift the people them.
Yeah.
See me? No, me not support none of them things.
Great. We support you on that. We all the time, DeMarco, but just before you go, I know that she's a good friend of yours. Any word on your good friend Spice? Can you tell us how is she doing?
Said me not really hear nothing really.
Okay.
But I hear so she's doing good.
Okay.
But me not hear from her. I didn't hear from her.
As yet. Okay. But what do you want to say to her, just in case she's under the weather? Maybe want to wish her well?
I want to wish her more than well. Love your Spice. And you're one of the best. I'm a friend. And I hope you pull through if it's serious, man, you pull through. And you don't know, we love you. All of Jamaica love you. See me? So, eat that.
Yeah, man. DeMarco, always a pleasure, man. Take
Respect
care. Nice talking with you. Thanks for the stance that you've taken. I hope it will make a change. All the best. Have a great day, bro.
All right, you too. Bless up.
Every time.